Like, so yeah, man. So essentially, I do these auditions with this acting teacher.
Yeah.
Over 10 times.
I've done it 10 times. She's told me I'm bad 10 times. 11th time I'm in, and she's like, she's still screaming at me, but it's less. Then on the 12th time, she's like, wait, and like, by the way, by that time, all the other tents are closed down. We're the only tent left. There's just me and this lady. We've been here. The sun is down. Gado's gone. The homies actually left me.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was. So I'm in there, and then she calls this teacher who's like walking. She's like, come in. And then she goes, again.
Fuck.
And I do it.
This is number 12.
This is number 12. And then I do it. And she's like, okay, fuck off. So I fuck off and I go home.
Before you continue, I just want to find out what gives you that energy to go and do number 12?
I'll let you know now. So she says, fuck off. I go, I run. I literally ran from Klean Park to backstage. Fortunately, it's not too crazy, but I ran. I got there just in the nick of time, bro. Like, I really did. And the trains, thankfully, like, they always were delayed. So last Gado, I caught it. And I don't have cell phone, getting a good deal, So if I'm stranded in Joburg, I'm stranded. And I had 12 Rand 50.
Nigga.
I wanna tell you a funny story quickly.
I'm listening.
Right? And the reason why I tell that story is because it speaks to this young man's drive.
I know this one.
Right? So I come back from Bloemfontein football tour. I was a coach back then. I think I was 17. And as I walk into my lounge, I hear this twang sitting with my moms. And the homie is like, they're having like a good tea time, it's chill. Hey, but when I walk in, my mom's face changes. Here's this guy. So I'm like shocked already because I'm like, what's this little homie doing in my lounge? So long story short, I did this young man wrong, right? And what I liked about, and the reason why I said it shows like the reason why he's successful today is because of that young man in the lounge suite, busy going at me, getting his back, And when I see a lot of the movies and the direction he's taking in life, I literally
Remember the kid you
and
love.
I remember that kid in the lounge. And I tell my wife, I'm like, it's because of that drive, it's never stopped.
Word.
So we got mad stories to talk about.
That's
here.
crazy.
Just let him know what's going on. We got it in the building too.
Yo. Welcome to it. It is the Klean Pair. And today, we have, I think, one of the premium talents in this country. And I think...
Shout out, I'll take it.
People that kind of do it over a long period, especially in your competitive field, Thabo, are few and far between, right? So, not only is he just an actor, he is a storyteller, brand builder, and he's one of us from where we are from. Shout out to our hood once again.
Oh, man.
Where the water.
Butch Acres, Northam Park, Kempton Park.
16.
Stand up.
Shout out.
Bluetooth.
Welcome.
Les, I don't know what this happened,
We
but I'll
start there.
connect.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, Bluetooth.
And then welcome to
Oh,
the show.
bless. Oh, shout out.
Welcome.
It's crazy.
Yo, T.
This is crazy.
So we got Thabo Rametsi in the building.
Yo, man.
And so as I told that story, I was telling you about drive and shifting and going from...
This is high school, where you are robbing people.
It was hilarious, actually.
that's
We gotta
why
tell that story. That's so
I
funny.
I told this story because I have so much respect for him and I did apologize.
We good? Yeah, no, we good.
But I had to tell it because of how much respect I have for him.
Yeah.
And I have, the drive has been identical from start to finish. We're not even at the finish.
Never.
But the drive is still maintained, the momentum is still high. Welcome to it.
Thank you, brother.
How do we before let's get it right.
Some
man. Sorry about that.
housekeeping.
Oh, sorry.
We make
Okay.
eye
So how we
contact.
do here, ne?
Yeah.
Before, tell them, Burn.
Before we make eye contact, we make shoe contact. what you got on Big? This guy's one of my favorites to die.
So, like I said, we have an actor here.
Yeah.
A thespian. Kaspedi, but a thespian.
Right.
Yeah, sharp. So, these come from Space Jam, right? Michael Jordan. You see him everywhere here, no? He kind of starred in one of, probably the Disney movie where, I don't know, your GOAT, you young cats, LeBron tried to redo. None of you watched it, by the way.
We'll have that debate later as well.
Yeah, we'll
Shout
do
out
that.
to MJ all day.
But you know what I mean? He created something iconic.
Yeah.
Still lives to this day. Still tries to be replicated and
Never duplicated.
never. So so that's why I rocked these today. I was like, in honor of you.
Thank you.
You know,
Appreciate it.
Hollywood, because that's what I'm seeing. This is Hollywood. I want,
This is.
and how is Hollywood? I want.
Thank
I
you.
think he's taking over.
Yeah. That's where we're going, Thabo.
You know, Hollywood is like, this man is still going in.
That's what you got on burn.
Standard feature, all leather, all black gazelle, all black, but with a gold finish.
Crazy.
You'll see it,
Oh, King Thabo won the awards. Okay, that's what I'm calling. Is he award winning?
I had to put it on. And then T, we got, you know, when an actor slash director slash brand builder
got
slash
set shoes.
innovator, this man is here with these
Talk
set
to us what
shoes.
you got on.
What are those?
You know, actually, I really mess with these shoes, bro, because they're multi-purpose, but they're cats. I'm not sure what the like.
You know what they remind me of, Thabo?
What, bro?
New rocks.
Yes. Of word. I hear you. I hear you. They're actually the most expensive shoe I've ever bought in my whole life. I've just wear them too often.
Wait, how much are they?
They were like 3 racks.
They look like hard work, man.
They are hard work. They're 3 racks, but you know, they're my set shoes, they're my everything shoes, and they're super comfortable. I've
Your
had them
dad's
for-
shoes?
They're my dad's shoes. I've got mine. See, I'm on set all the time. I'm in different locations, mountains, and also they protect me because I have to have a steel toe boot, for protection for set. But they also just
talking about steel toes. We used to do those because we couldn't buy the Tims back in the day. But we used to get the Skechers steel toes.
I remember those
Dog.
joints.
And those were for kicking niggas. Never just for. We used to travel in those because now once there used to be crew frictions, and then at some stage
We used to. I remember.
you had to get. That's dope, man. Yeah. So,
But yeah, really, I actually have fanciest sneaks. But if you ask me about my favorite sneaks.
no.
These are legit my
Form and function,
favorite sneaks, bro. Like I've been to war with these sneaks, man. So I really,
form and function.
Yeah, I really.
Wait, hold on.
everybody-
Amanyan, when you're saying war, have you got any roles, gone to castings and wore these and come out with some stuff?
Probably yeah. I probably have to be real with
Do you
you.
still have to do castings at your level, right?
I mean, well, yes, I would.
They call me.
It,
Don't lie.
It's a different kind of wave. It's like if I'm okay, I don't know how to say this thing. It'll be me and some other homie from another country and another homie from another country.
So you'll do an international.
Yeah, and I produce my own stuff now. So if I want to put myself in something, I'll put myself in something. If I don't, then
That's dope.
Let's actually get to that.
Yeah, man.
Let's get to the journey.
Sure.
Thabo, man. As I said, I know you from and before I just want to.
I wanna also unpack that story as well.
Do you guys know how to sing the Noken Park High School song? Do you, just before
I
we
do.
get serious. Then can we go?
No, if we're gonna.
1, 2, 3, go.
Noken Park is the dearest.
Nah, I'm not gonna.
Nah.
I'm not gonna front. I don't remember that shandy at all, poison.
You always come.
You guys never had the school diaries, and then
We had.
We had the diary stuff, but the first page we used it.
I was about to say.
Use it for what, sir?
Hey, you know what? Hey. Let me be real. By the time we
As
were
baby
Noken,
owls, this is how you guys were living.
Yeah, we had baby Rizzlers in.
I was about to say, by the time we got to Noken, it was a different field, bro. It was super
Damn.
Taylor. It was like crazy.
Guys, I was
bro.
ready to kind of sing the hook and everything, and
Yo, T, you actually, before we started, you went almost to, like, after chorus.
I literally so vivid in my head right now.
There's not even a chorus in that jump.
It's so vivid in my head.
Nah, great. That was a trippy school.
Great
bro.
times, guys.
Great times.
What a school, what a time.
It's in
By
the
the
water.
way, just so we can do, I think we probably all need to kind of at some stage do a story, Thabo, in a series
Yeah, we
of
do.
the talent that came out
Crazy.
of that 5K radius.
I feel
Nah, I was about to say, I don't know.
It'll keep going.
That'll be
Just like
maybe 8
generations,
series.
It'll keep going.
I mean, even just our whole block. Like, never mind even get like even now you extend to East Edenvale or whatever, Tyler, Akani. So our block is crazy.
It's in the ward. It's in the ward.
And there's no arts program?
No.
There's no
It's
crazy.
Let's get into
It's
right
crazy.
there.
Please, yeah, hit me.
Thabo, you come from Northern Park High, John, and we've described mildly to people like what type of environment that was when you came in. How does a kid from there dream so big and go at it with such aggression to attain his dreams?
Yeah, man, thanks for that question. I think I've got a lot to say. Like, I think it's a lot of you guys set the path. I think like every generation before really did something crazy. You know, I mean, I mean, you look at from the Angelo Ngubes, like you could even say before and before and before. There was always somebody.
That's my nigga.
There was always somebody popping up from and even if it wasn't in the entertainment space, in the business space, academic space, like we have heavy hitters like on every level, like crazy. So I think there's a few things, and I'm gonna say some of the controversial. I think
there's no controversy. It's a podcast. Let's go.
Let me tell you about me myself. Is that I think there was a culture of also hip hop was big where we're from.
Yeah.
And hip hop has got that kind of a culture anyway. And even the guys who came from Koka, I see from Tembisa, they adopted. They pretended like they didn't mess with it, but they were like the same. They were the same. They were the same. And I think we were a combination of kids who came from middle class homes, kids from the hood, the poorish kind of white kids, the poorish kind of Indian kids, the poorish. It was all these different people from different backgrounds having to work together. And then we did something that I didn't realize wasn't common. We had cliques, like with names and branding. Later on, you realize later. Branding. So when you talk about maybe whatever, the unit, whoever, the groups, there was like groups with names, backstabbers. So that sort of was like the crash course in like getting into the world, branding, placing yourself, and then realizing that if you move together, if you get logo. And our story actually, you know, that moment, and I'll pack that story, it taught me a lot about branding. It taught me that. But anyway, just to say me and myself is like, you guys always made everything seem possible. We had hip hop battles there. If we saw 8 Mile would happen there at our school. If there was a dance movie, it would happen there. You know, if gambling was popping, it was happening there. We had Casino Zippy, whatever was popping there, you know.
You say that, right? And we were probably, Bern has relayed the story before, but I didn't realize that we had almost like an events business because at some stage we had times where we were hosting a series of events, right? And it was like complex, a day with complex, and then we are doing all this stuff, right?
Oh.
Please explain to someone what complex is because it's way before his time.
It is, but I know about it. I know about that. And then I even went to MSJ events. I mean, you guys forget, like we heard the legends.
They were the complex.
I didn't know that you were the complex squad, but I remember about
so
complex.
We took the unit template. We took it directly from there.
And then we copied you guys at Nerd Clan.
Let's go.
And
crazy.
We are kind of saying we used to see it as copying it off but literally that is what corporate is, right? It's kind of like, okay, these guys did it. These ones then do it at a more expanded level. And then you are where I could never think about it when we were doing it. Like I was saying, we were doing small scale events where I remember the first time we charged niggas to come into a party. Yeah. What was the currency? We were cool. What made it happen? Which means there was going to be girls coming to our parties, right? Sharp. Niggas not coming in unless you are paying 20 rand.
We did the same thing.
So are you saying now in the hip hop scene, there's no broads, that's why there's zero?
This is exactly it. That was the currency. We were like, hey, listen, the girls are coming here for us.
There's 1000%.
Guys who are coming in, it's at a premium. And dog, we would end up having, the party would start from October, November, and then the last one would be the one that was curated around my birthday time, and then it's before, obviously, the parents kind of like split you and send you to your relatives. Out in the outskirts, right? So now, that was our last opportunity to kind of make money, and we'd always leave with a big chunk of change because every time, guys would have to pay to attend. And it would be those Bacheka streets would have guys lining up,
groups of crews moving.
Yeah, so I think we started like curating what was business and branding without even knowing it. So
it's exactly
shout
that.
out to us.
That's what I'm
man.
saying.
All
You guys
of us,
are the
man.
answer to my question.
All
And that's
of
not
us.
even a joke. That's not even a joke.
Answer.
But for real, but I think
But I like it-
you sleep on that. Like even with the comic book and all that stuff like that, it came from this. It came from you don't realize something like, you were burned. Like everybody had a nickname, bro.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That's not common. That's actually, when I went to other schools, I'm like, and like, when I saw that, this my boy Sugar's like, why do you guys all, this is socks, this is my money. It's like, why do all of you guys have nicknames? And we're just like, we didn't, that's just where we from. Everybody had a nickname.
You know my AKA before Bird was what?
No.
Laconic.
It was laconic.
King.
I was just like rapping with the Damas in them, bro. So
Yeah,
it-
shout out to
You're
Damas.
rapping with Adamas.
Yeah.
No, you're rapping then. Because
No, everyone rapped
but
it
then
up,
I realized
There's levels to
Okay,
this.
that's a whole different type
There's levels, it's different,
Adamas at some stage, he could come hang out with us.
Yeah.
And remember, we were at the same
I
time
dropped out of
with his
primary
older
school.
sister,
What
right?
was
With Grace. And he came one time, and normally we kind of used to shoo you guys away. But he came and we were like, wait,
Yeah,
what?
because he did look older.
He looked rough. That guy came from such a good family.
Nigga.
And then he looks rough. All right, I just heard.
RIP, man, yeah.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
When?
I heard about it yesterday.
Yeah, I heard this, but it hasn't been
Damn.
confirmed. I just heard RIP to
By the time
Adonis.
this episode comes out, it would have been.
Damn.
Yeah, I heard. He slapped it.
RIP to Adamas, man.
Adonis, one of the goats.
At its finest.
Shout out. He
Nigga.
slapped the crap out of me once.
For him, you know.
Nagimtella.
Sharp. No, that's fair. Then that's fair.
Nagimtella.
We don't need the details. That was fair. If you acknowledge it, it's
Even
fine.
reasoned with himself.
You're like
Nagimtella.
So Bern, you were going back to Thabo, like Bern was trying to get us to, like,
sorry.
you come from that, right?
Yeah.
So like you're saying, we don't have formal,
Cloud art school. What?
right? We're all like, I wish we could actually take people
It's
to
actually fend for
of where we're
yourself,
from, right?
That's actually the key. It is fend for yourself.
Yeah, right? So now, how do you then end up studying film and...
Sure. I didn't study film and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
but I'll let you know. Okay, so long story short is, I tasted drama in primary school at Nokem Primary. You know,
Up the road, yeah.
And the boy was out on them ads, eh?
Yeah, go on,
I saw them in them Ackermans
Yes, I was in the
ads,
Ackermans. Yeah, that's where it's born. So I tasted it then, and I also jumped. I fell into that by mistake. I've told that story a long time, but I fell into it mistake. But I didn't think it was a job or career. It was just something I was just doing. It's the only thing I really could do. I wasn't really good at sports. Then we went to Norcom High, which was, this bad school, make sure you don't go there, it's full of drugs and gangsters and what.
Parents are like, this is what we are affording, you're going there.
No, they were not lying. No,
Yeah, like you're down the road, we are going there.
Yeah, that's exactly what my parents like, no way, this is where I'm going.
Yeah.
So a lot of the other more affluent kids from Norcom Primary went to like nice schools. Then we went to Norcom and everyone was right. But when I got there, I saw that they were talking about, we got bullied by our boys' best friend, like big brothers, Bopaku and stuff like that used to mess with us. But one is we learned a lot of aggression quickly. You had to know how to fight. You had to know how to go with it's not a place for soft. I think you guys know. We twang, but people
No.
You know, just because we twang doesn't mean we don't bang. Don't. You know, so it was a lot of violence and fighting. And then when I got there, it really toughened us up really quickly. And then out of nowhere, they were doing house plays. Remember when they started doing house plays?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they said, we need house plays. And then Pro Mudiade and Charmaine, I think it was her name, Charmaine Dube. Yeah. She was the head of the house thing and she was doing the stuff. I was like, okay, let me come there. And she says, we need a play. So I wrote a play.
Yeah.
And I wrote it with Pro Mudiade, then Pro Mudiade. I always get her surname wrong. And I wrote it for Pearl. I wrote the whole thing, but she took credit as well, so I was like, well, whatever. But then I acted with her, and after that, I got that bug of like, I can write. Actually, that was such an important thing.
If I remember properly, it was just you two in that play.
You know, it was supposed to be initially,
Yeah.
and then I wrote, because the thing I know about was hip hop and battle rap, so I did this whole, and then all of a sudden when it was so popular, people started hearing about the play, I started writing about rap groups. I literally kind of wrote the story of our block about like these different groups.
That's so dope.
You know, so then we've lost we didn't get like the most compelling play. They created an award for us for most entertaining play. Because we wrote rap battles. I wrote all the rap battles for each group. And so they started battling each other, and it was entertaining. It was a love
so
story.
dope, man.
Sylvia's play won that year.
Yeah, it was Sylvia's play.
And I know that because I was the narrator of that play.
You were.
So I couldn't act, but they needed the voice.
You can't
Nah, you're good.
I think there's something underground there. but yeah, they used my voice thing. But what we created then was just because we didn't get anything from government.
Nothing.
We decided as children, as kids, and I say children because it was literally us deciding, guys, we wanna have a little bit of art. We wanna have a big following when it comes to football, right? When it comes to netball, what we always used to get right though at Norkham Park was supporting each and every one of those initiatives, even when it was a turn up, right? Even if you were in a different clique or whatever, you'd go to that guy you beefing with's party.
Sure,
Maybe
that's
you
true.
might fight there, but you're going there. You
Yeah,
know what
that's
I mean?
true. That's facts.
I was
it
going there
really-
personally. I was going there to take your girls.
But you were
I
going.
mean, yeah, but we still going though.
But
like,
you're
for
still
real.
going, right?
We're going there.
So there was that element of support.
Sure.
You know, and that's how I think a lot of us did come out of that. So from the plays, then what?
Yeah, from the plays from there, we did a few more plays there, but I will say like I didn't really think in Norkham it wasn't really fested that much, but that little stint, and then eventually when I became prefect, I started branding. I forced it like, well, we need to do
You're part of the establishment. You niggas became prefect.
Yeah,
Tell him
I was about to say like by the time we got in there, we were the mafia, bro. Yeah, like they changed it. So back in the day, prefects were like,
I was
nah. When then they came in,
Snitches.
then it basically became ANC movements right now, bro.
You guys made it cool, Burn, to be a prefect?
They actually just powered.
We even introduced a breakfast show.
Yeah, they did.
Right?
For real? No,
Yeah,
for real, bro.
we were so inspired by radio. I was inspired by radio. You know that it's still,
Actually hosted
it's
on that radio show.
So big time. Yeah. Like a big inspiration to me. So what we decided, we're like, yo, we want the kids to come early to school. So we're gonna start broadcasting live from the quad.
Yeah. I was on that radio show.
It's a cool idea.
It was phenomenal, bro. Kids came early.
Kids are coming to school at
We'd play
5:30.
music, battle rap, stuff like
niggas.
that.
By the time it's 7:30, everybody's on the quad, and it was our job to keep the quad quiet there.
By
You
that
know
time,
what I mean?
it's
by
like
the
that.
time that everybody comes, your teachers, but it was serious.
I love that, nigga.
Yeah. No. The prefects became the cool kids because of these guys. Being a prefect wasn't like establishment. And actually, a shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Turvitt. They saw that happen. And they're like, okay, it's actually
Well, like,
smarter.
let it happen.
And it's funny enough,
They hella zealous.
No, they didn't. Shout out to them. So what happened was they made the coolest kids the ones in charge because they realized the kids didn't respectfully people who you'd call squares or whatever. They're
Yeah.
like, get the guys who are actually influencing them. Oh, she was the first influencer.
Yes,
That's crazy.
actually.
Damn, I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, 'cause it was
That
not
was,
like my marks.
you know, even my marks are bad, but they took the kids who had the most influence and put them in positions of power. Damn, they Jedi mind us. Yo, shout out.
But
Anyway,
listen, so I remember coming back and coaching basketball at the school, right? And then I saw that, right? And I didn't understand it because we were then that first batch of the cool kids, and the people you guys are mentioning now, you guys
ops.
even know them by name.
They were the ops.
Right? We were like, nah. Like, you know, they see you and they're like, oh my God, baggy pants, baggy pants. This guy at like talent shows, cause
Sure.
we would help them sell tickets, right? So it'd be like, okay, talent show, who do you think everybody's here to see?
Yeah.
Right? So, but then the rest of the time, everything is like, you're going to detention. Why are you wearing a hat with your blazer?
Yeah.
Why? We saw you in the street, right? So when I saw the transition, when you guys are like, oh my God, we hang out at their house, I'm like,
Yeah, they were smart, bro.
to this day, I can't wait. So hold on, he's trying to organize Mr. Turvitt as somebody who
Teva.
can, right?
Yeah, I'm trying.
I can't wait to have the conversation because
He'll pull up. It's just
He will,
far.
he will.
They're just far.
my relation with him
It's so different.
is probably different. Like, They hang
As
out.
a father figure.
They hang out.
Do you know what's crazy, Ness? So before I was in the prefix thing, you guys will know this is very specific to us. You heard them Mteva. You just see homies running. You just hear
Upstairs.
You just see people running like this. Hey, Mteva. Sometimes you just see guys running and you just start joining and you're like. But you know what was crazy? There's a reason why the Oprah Winfrey School took both of them.
Yeah.
And I actually spoke to, and I don't think they mind me saying this, is because they'd learned, Oprah Winfrey School learned how they were able to manage the kids' personalities. Because we're actually a difficult school. People forget this. I mean, you can check us on YouTube now. We had the Minister of Education come visit us. We had police raids. We had dog raids.
For real?
We got really crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. We had stabbing, shootings at the school, so...
The first time I saw, and I'm going to tell, a pump action.
Yeah.
Do you know the gun that you see in movies?
Yeah.
With the round cartridge.
Yeah.
I saw that across. Well, it was a school fight, but I saw it outside the school for the first time.
You guys escalated quickly.
Oh, actually, the first time I actually saw a gun was held by a girl at Norkmire.
And that makes sense. That's crazy. Yeah, it got crazy. Like, you hear us twanging. People always hear us twanging, and then...
This is the thing, and I say this all the time. I wish a nigga would. I really wish a nigga would. I wish a
They're
nigga
like,
would.
okay, we trying so hard, motherfuckers trying to find us, but we're not those guys. Dude, we even had this thing called Chamas Must Die. Like, we just see you with a girl and we just come jump you and beat you up, like, for no reason, fam.
Oh my God.
No. But but I mean, I think, you're having Mteva and them and having the teachers having to adjust, realizing the kids, I mean, dreadlocks, we just forced, I think it was probably Rival maybe.
Rival did that. Yeah.
Rival just, like, dreadlocks were not allowed. And then he said, no, this is my culture. And gotta give respect to Mteva, and I forgot who was the principal at the time.
It was
Welsh, I think.
Mr. Welsh.
Mr. Welsh. And Mr. Welsh used to have his pants even. But then they were like, okay, that's a good argument. We cannot. It was so crazy that if you just argued well enough and you made your point clear.
They would hear you out.
And
But here's the contrast.
Yeah.
So my boy, Andile Ngube that
Yes,
you
he also had
referenced
dreads,
earlier,
yeah.
he lost his prefectship because he
dreads.
started his dreadlocks.
Absolutely.
So there's something like it's...
But you
and
have to
it's
give him
evolution.
You have to give him props for learning that they lost a good leader, because that Andile was kept being a good leader, right?
Yeah,
They realized,
so
is it worth losing a good
evolution,
leader
right?
for the hair,
Yeah.
That's why they cut him towards the end.
Yes, they
when
were very clever.
Now when they don't need him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
to set an example.
You know what I mean? 'Cause they still have to.
No, he did them at the end, though, to be fair.
Yeah, he did do them at the end.
He did them at the end. He did them when we were about to ride finals. So.
Yeah. But yeah, man, so I think just that environment is a pressure cooker for branding, for being tough. And I want to expand more on the story you talked about, because if you don't mind.
I need that.
I actually told T that story for the first time.
No, you didn't give me details. Thabo. I need details.
No, well, you know what? It actually learned me. It's kind of speaking to this branding thing. So we had started our own sort of group. So people were calling us nerds because we were nerds. We were not cool or nothing like that. And then this one kid, Jesse, he's like, you guys are like a clan of nerds. And I just remember going, ding, with the nerd clan. And literally, after he came with us, we went out as a group. I started saying Nerd Clan, represent that, Nerd Clan. I started writing Nerd Clan everywhere.
Mara, you can remember that Mara school song.
I never.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So then we started becoming, it was so weird because we were a collective of little oddballs, and the unit was they were
be celebrity.
let me say this, we had celebrity culture within our school.
Yeah.
So when we did that, we saw the unit start getting the joints with the U's, I think, and stuff like that. So I was like, when I saw they were rocking, I was like, yo, we need to get our own merch.
Yeah.
And my boys were like, we don't need no merch. I was writing the merch. I was say branding. And then the boys, some girl was starting a gossip blog in our thingy, in our school. It was a newsletter, Mukundi.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it was the unit, and then one day when we popped up, we were the number one. They used to crew, we were number one crews, and we were just all right, we here now. So then my dumbass, I go to we're okay, we need brand. No. I go to her, I'm oh, okay. So I see they're wearing fits, and I asked some of the homies from the unit, where'd you guys get fits? Oh, Burn organized them. I'm okay, cool. I forced my homies to all Gazeta cash.
Yeah.
They didn't want to. I'm Gazeta cash, we're gonna get tees. We gotta make sure that the brand is strong. I go to Brian, I'm hey man, listen, this is what we're looking for. I even showed him designs. I actually don't even know where I got those designs. And then he's talking me through, and he had some fresh stuff, bro. And I think your folks also, I don't know.
My parents are doing that.
Yeah. So I give him the cash, and then And then like he says he's gonna get it in like, I don't know what the time was, a week, 2 weeks, whatever. I had 2 weeks after, I defeat.
If I fit 2 weeks,
What did you do with the money, sir?
You know, you
No
if I actually
no pressure.
tell Thabo who
No pressure.
influenced me to take that money, man,
Interesting.
he won't believe it.
I probably will. Let me.
Blanc.
I thought so actually. I'm not
Yeah.
even surprised.
He's like, bro.
Who was Blanc?
I don't want to say his
Okay,
name.
no, wait, hold on, no, wait, I think I
Me
know.
and Omi
I think I
don't
know.
see eye to
Oh,
eye
okay. Oh, damn. That's sad.
No, it's also those are the.
Okay, there's other stuff.
So long, but I have to take ownership for it. I said yes. I reject you again, Fanaka. That's what I'm saying. When I got back, you must understand the shock of my life, dog. I just came from a tour, and my team won the Bloemfontein.
You was feeling
like,
good.
I was on a high, bro. My team won the trophy. It was the first time we won it, and
You're buying everybody post.
so I can say that. It's a trophy, Maracuca Tengra. I can't even put this trophy on the table.
Bro, I kept going to him. I'm like, yo, when is it coming? When's it coming? When's it coming? Then he just at some point like it's coming. Like okay, then I go, okay, we get us fair play. Then he disappeared. I didn't know he went to a soccer tour. So then I found out like, where does this guy live?
It's down the road, actually.
I'm like, nah, okay, but
None of us were hard to find.
Yes, it was not easy. So then I'd go there all the time calling for him, he didn't come through. And then one day I was like, you know what, let me come when the folks are gonna be there. So I go there, Gabby's like,
Escalating.
The Mamzo comes out, I'm like, perfect. I go, hello Mamzo, I sit him down like, and I put on my best like little, I twang hard, and then, you know, and I really trying my best, and I switched it up, like when he says I was twanging, I put on like, how can you rob one? How can you rob one? No,
I respect
I'm
it.
rolling, I'm playing.
No, it changed my whole way of seeing it, bro.
no.
I literally, as fucked up as it was when I walked in, couple of days or months later, in fact not even, it's a couple of years later, Thabo, actually, where I was like, damn, I actually respect that.
No, bless.
You know, real talk, because it actually hits me every time I see your name in lights.
Oh, word.
Because I'm like, that's that fucking kid that was in the he got that role because he pushed that hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think what is interesting, and to your point, is like my homies told me just to forget about it because I felt responsible to them, but they said to me like, nah, bro, we leave it. And I'm like, it's not about the cash, it's the principle.
Facts.
I said, if somebody keeps taking us for a boost and they're like, what are these guys going to do if they keep knocking us?
Up.
We need to get what's ours. And I'm like, if you guys don't want it, I'm going to go get it. You know, so then, you know, I went there and I got it back. And I
took that thing out of her.
She really took it out of him. And to be honest with you, I actually didn't want to take it from her because it really felt bad.
She really got it back.
Yeah, I thought so. But it was almost, and I even said to her, like, no, it's okay. I just want him. And she's like, no. She's like, no, Tada.
The principle.
Because I didn't go to my parents. I wanted us to sit alone on the street. Because to be honest with you, I was ready like to duke
fight.
it up,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. But when the mom came through, I'm like, this is even better. I mean, you would have probably kicked my ass, but I was. You would have kicked my ass. No, he would
There
have
were
kicked
like
my
about
ass.
50 of them.
Yeah, they would have definitely kicked my ass.
It wouldn't have gotten to, and it wouldn't have gotten there because of how you managed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It didn't get there, and that's why there's a whole like turn of respect now. You know what I'm saying? I think if it was hands, I don't even think you'd be a movie star right now.
Nah,
to be
you
honest.
would have broke my face easy. Because no, jokes aside, because you know why?
The drive would have stopped. No, I don't
50.
know if.
It was 50.
Not even just him, you would have beat. You know what the thing was about me taking hands? It was like, at least if he's gonna rob me, let him rob me and I look like I got robbed.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
and I'm with that.
You know, and
with
I'm just like, nah, then let me. Yeah. Cheers, but.
Yo, to not being robbed.
Not being robbed. But I gotta say this, and this is important, and I learned such an important thing. With the gents, they were telling me forget the money or whatever. I was like, you know, gents, what I did learn from him in that whole point, it didn't have changed, is like branding, bro. And when I saw that t-shirt, I actually went into the house. I actually saw what the mom was doing with the t-shirts. And that I actually went on to go start, and that was based on you, bro. And when you walked me through how they were done when it came through, that was school fees for me. Like, I really learned a lot. I've carried on through my whole thing. So I actually never hated you, to be real with you, bro. It was just that principle. And still, even afterwards, and you even came to an apology. And I know your mom made you apologize. I remember that she kind of did.
Yeah, but there was the haircut apology. That wasn't driven by my mom. Because then I was older, and I saw him at Kevin's.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So that's the one I was going to bring up. Yeah, that one.
You can talk on that.
Then he comes through one day, he's like, hey, man, and I was like, you know, actually, bro,
And that time, I'm big DJ band.
He's like a...
Ushayela mohawk.
Yeah.
But
He had to line up his mohawk.
It was
Yeah,
very
I respected
important.
him as a G.
At
Word,
that time,
man.
I didn't even think he wanted to talk to me. So Saint was there, right? So I said to Saint, I said, yo, man, I gotta holler at this homie, bro. And since that high school shit, I don't feel like...
Yeah.
And then T-Boss was there, we chopped it up. And then
We're like, we're good, cool, sense.
No, man, and I think, in that spirit of that, so many of us from that blog, from that time, have probably need to get back to some sort of reconciliation.
All of it, and that's why I'm sad to hear what you
I'm
just
putting
said,
it out there,
Tom,
fellas.
for real, yeah.
All of us, by the way.
No, we
I'm
do.
talking about even from me downwards, right?
Because so much would happen.
I think so too.
So much.
None of us have gone back to fix that school.
Hey,
None of us.
all of us, with all the stuff that we all have
Have
access to right now,
accomplishments, none of
have
us
not done anything.
We don't need cash
Listen,
if we just combine together.
Did you go to any reunion, say 20 years?
No, never.
Can you imagine what we could do with a reunion?
The network of all of us, and the thing is, I don't know if you guys have ever listed the people that come from our school. There's actually too many.
Bosses, we've got bosses.
Like it's
We've had
crazy.
few people here already, right?
it's-
But I don't think if we were to kind of just do...
I don't know, even I remember from
You
the
just
Pretty
mentioned-
Uglies, Frank Casinos, Big Star, just my
mentioned Pearl
generation.
today.
Pro Moody,
And I'm
like,
just like,
I was in
Unbelievable.
English with Pearl.
Yeah,
you know what
bro.
I'm saying? That she was a part of my team when it came to the whole prefix thing. So it comes to us now. and
Rich
we have-
Mnisi, sorry.
Mtusi, another actor,
about that.
Mtusi, another actor who's now
Tuesday,
way
yeah.
over you guys.
way over us, right?
So there's
and-
always been,
Hey.
there's always been a point. There's always been a point of excellence. Yeah. So
Thabo.
so it goes back to then saying, Thabo, why can't we get it together?
Because of what you're talking about now. Look, I think
And none of us mature enough to have the conversation we had.
we are mature enough, we're just not doing it.
Yes.
But we had the conversation.
Yeah, but it
No,
took
but
you,
we're not doing
But
it.
hold up, it took you gotta understand, bro. Me as a young G coming to you it's like, okay, I'll come to quick, man. For OG to come through and say, hey, love me. So that's like, bro, I don't think you understand when you did that. I was like, my respect for you is, that's a big thing, like, and it takes me going to saying like, okay, we've ignored the school. We also have to acknowledge to ourselves that we've ignored the
Word.
school.
Yeah.
It's a hard conversation. We've let it go to the gutters. It was already rough when we were there. We should have made it better. The fact that the barbed wire was inside the school and not outside the school is crazy. We had cameras cameras everywhere. It's crazy.
From me, right? My immediate thing, and that's what I'm saying. My immediate thing was disassociation. As soon as I was out, I was like, out.
A lot of
I'm
people
out.
also felt
Right?
like they
Same
see
thing,
because
yeah,
of
same.
them being bullied. So
Yeah,
we
same.
can't also walk away from
Nah, it's
that.
true, bro.
Yeah.
We walked out of Norcom High feeling inspired, feeling ready to work. Let's go get it.
Let's get it, yeah.
Some people left that school and they never want to see
Yeah,
a
bro.
green blazer
Again,
again.
bro.
And because of some of us, we apologize. Sorry. You know what I mean? And I know how we're saying it now is coming off like it doesn't mean nothing.
Don't mean to know, yeah.
But when we were coming up as kids, we didn't know any better, But I also, with that being said, I see a lot of our high school alumni going to other high schools.
Oh, for real?
events.
That's
And I'm like,
crazy.
Bro, you didn't go to that.
Yeah,
school.
that's crazy.
They call your dog St. John's is doing what? And nigga, I don't even know nobody.
Bro,
there.
crazy.
I know the guys that I play soccer with from there, but I don't know nobody there.
Sure.
Sure. So we gotta get into that culture.
Yeah.
We literally got to.
Yeah, look, I think it's just the maturity of all of us acknowledge, and this is true for all South Africans, by the way.
Yeah.
All of us are trying to leave the hood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody ever gives back to the hood. In fact, we only come back to the hood to showcase what we have, what we've achieved. Instead of like, I look at homies, what swipe out 350 go club, and stuff like that. I'm just like, what does 350 look like if all of these three homies here that make that kind of cash put that 350 back into their hood? Instead of pissing it in the morning. What does that look like? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we can do it. And another thing is we think we need Zaga. We don't, bro.
No, we just need to be cohesive.
Yeah.
We need a collective.
That's it. So yeah, man. So yeah, but we'll be fine. I think we just need to be strong. And also, there's also this thing of measuring whatever you are. Also, that's another problem with people coming from a school with a lot of success.
Speak about it. Yeah.
Is like, nakasa pusha sponsors so can whatever. Whereas to be real with you, bro, like, some of our contemporaries might be working at a grocery shop. Some might be like COs. Some might be this and that.
Some might be unemployed.
You know what I mean? That's very common. But it's not that's the thing about reunions nobody likes. It's like, yo, I don't want everyone to, especially
Right.
if I was cool back then or whatever.
Okay.
I
I hear you. I hear you. And I think we are missing an opportunity. And I think for me, it's a challenge to everybody that's from there, right? From that era, from when we were initially allowed in as multiracial schools, ne? All of us did something that was noteworthy, especially from that school, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So I think we all have had enough time pass that we can just go honor the legacy of it. It gave us where we are now, right? So yeah, maybe I can have a conversation with Mr. Turvett now.
He's not even, I don't even think he's connected with it as
Right?
much, you know.
Exactly what I'm saying, right? So I think we can just honor that, and I think it's not a living in the past thing, but it's a paying homage to the foundation,
But
right?
also to inspire, guys. Let's not forget what Complex did for me.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Unit did for
what
us.
the unit did for,
Nerd
what the
Clan,
Nerd
yeah,
Clan did,
whatever the
what
crew is,
Backstabbers
where
did
Backstabbers,
for-
you know.
There's people that have been always there as well as
MSJ.
you know what I mean? The shorties that looked up to those bros, even niggas, right?
Yeah, we did. They
So
held parties
all
down.
I'm saying is that let's just, guys, we know where we are in life. I'm 40 this year. I'm not a billionaire. You know what I'm saying?
You're what?
I'm 40. this year,
R.I.P.
yeah.
man.
Nah, I know. I'm still
Nah, we good.
25. And Tibos, you reaching a significant age as well,
Yeah.
and you're a family man now.
Yeah.
T, you're the same. So I feel that we can't do anything for building your confidence in how it got broken down in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's late
But
now.
what we can do is like, let's all get together. In that networking session, there might be actually a way out for the guy that's unemployed. for
Yeah,
the guy
yeah,
that's
starting
so
a
true.
business,
That's so
for-
true.
For an aspiring actor.
That's true. That's very true,
for
bro.
a
I feel like this
person
is something
trying
that Kalushi would have said.
Wild things.
That's called a segue.
That's a segue transition right there. Let's get it. It's cooked.
Right?
So, talking about that, you wanna talk
so
about T?
now I don't know you, right?
Word.
I don't get to know you in Thundercats. Like I said, I was like, little niggas, don't deal with them. And then I then start seeing all of you doing such great work, and I'm like, I do know him, though, right? And all of you are doing such great work. Tell me about your first breakthrough in what ended up being your passion in the acting world, right?
Word.
The first breakthrough.
My first breakthrough, this is a funny thing. So, yeah, I was doing pushing little ads, but then I did, this is crazy. I was studying law,
Yeah?
right? And then Linda Matumba, shout out to Linda.
I was about to say,
Shout out to Linda. Man.
Kunza, well done, girl.
Shout out to Linda, man.
You know that's her home name.
I didn't know.
She's probably gonna kill
She
you.
will murk you. She will murk
Sorry.
you. I'm scared of her. So Linda Matumba, who I'd gone to primary school and high school with. So I was in law. I fell in love with the wrong hun. And then she convinced us to drop out of law school. I was already, I not drop out, to like move from there and go to Wits. I was at like UNISA, kind of shandy.
It's the first time you hear it wrong, eh? It gets confusing.
It does discombobulate.
Be careful when you hit a draw, young fellas.
Wasn't my first time. Shout out Noka Park High. But anyway, reckless. Anyway, so yeah, so I broke up with this hun. That's a long, painful story. But she ended up going to Cape Town, and then told me to pull up after a year. I raised cash to come meet her there, and we were gonna work at this place.
Yeah.
And after a year, I saved up. I was working while I was studying. I save up and I get onto a bus, 14 hours to Cape Town. When I get there, she's like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "What do you mean? We've been talking this for a year." Like, yeah. He's like, "No, you gotta leave." I'm like, "Okay." I didn't even leave the bus port. And then I'm like, "Okay." So I get the bus and I go back and she's like, "No, I'll come get you." Shorty was pregnant.
Do you know what that is? Character development.
It was 100% character development. Yeah. I drive all the way back, 14-hour back trip. After 14 hours there, I'm 6 hours at the bus stop.
Yeah, you need to clear up the fact that the shorty was pregnant.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Not your kid, right?
I mean, I wasn't in Cape Town.
I'm just making everybody.
Shorty was
out there
pregnant.
Understand that.
Shorty was pregnant. And we've been talking every day till for me coming up there.
Oh damn.
Like we're boyfriend. I'm talking about like pregnant.
You know, so at some stage, he was bending her over and then you were...
So word is bond. Anyway, so 14 hours back, bro. 14 hours back. I'm listening to the same joint, the same song, reflecting on life, reflecting
What
on
song is that?
Masaka. Man, it was a song by Jeremiah. I just don't remember that song. But anyway, Jeremiah, I'm listening, and we still had those like iPods. That's how old we are. Those iPod Nano.
Yeah.
My mom got it from work. They gave it to her at West Bank, so I was bumping that shandy.
Those
The
small
slim
ones,
ones, yeah. Anyway, as I get back, out of nowhere, Linda hits me up. It's like, yo, bro, remember that thing? Because she told me about this thing, but there's a thing called Class Act. She told me, like, you have to audition for it. She's like, that thing is there. This is like, I'm wearing black now. I'm just depressed. I'm not talking to the homies. The homies think I'm in Cape Town.
Yeah.
I'm back in the block in the hood. And she's like, hey, you should do that thing called Class Act. And I'm just like, whatever. And, man. And then BT. Yeah, that's another story. Yeah, actor. Shout out to PT. He also has gone through his own journey. Shout out to PT. But yeah, we'll talk about PT in a bit. But PT's like, yo, you know, Linda told me I must come get you. We got to go to this thing. She didn't even know I was hurt. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, I mean, me and Linda, shout out
The
to
universe.
Yeah. Anyway, so I go there. We go to the auditions. I'll try to be compact here, but this is like a real. This is my
podcast. You can go.
Oh, beautiful.
You can go.
So we go to Atlas Studios with Peter Renamela. You know, from Berchekes
That's a
train station.
That's a train. Metro rail.
Metro.
We try to go basically.
Go Park Station.
Sharp.
Station, Rashanyando, straight to Auckland Park.
That's a walk.
Yeah, but you know, us homies, we've been walking.
Nigga.
To be real with you, that's not.
Let them know, man.
It's like no walking ain't a thing for us.
It ain't a thing.
So that 12 Rand 50 return from Gado was enough to just get us to the side, you know. And then last Gado was about maybe 7, 8.
Nearly got 7, yeah.
Yeah. So we just knew we just need to be back to the hood by then. Anyway, we go there. I'm number 4,060 something.
Fuck me.
And I'm just like, and then we're still outside, and then I hope I with my dress, so. And then last got already tied me because we still have to walk back.
You are here.
You still gotta walk back to the park station, you know. So it's just like, So we go in, and then so Class Act was like idols for like acting. It was like Pop Idol, but for acting. So before you do the TV audition, you do the auditions before that, right?
Yeah.
So we went. There was a parking lot, and there was tents with like acting teachers.
So pre-screening.
It's pre-screening, it's a pre-screening. There's long lines, and then all 4,000 of us are going through there for them to pick like the TV auditions. Then I see everybody go out, then it was finally my turn. Last Gado, I'm just like, oh my God, how am I gonna get home?
Yeah.
I'm depressed. I'm just trying to shout out to PT, keep my mood up because he's a funny dude. And as I get into this tent with this acting teacher that I've never acted. I decided to write my own thing. They gave us things that we're supposed to do, but I wrote my own one. I go there, I've never acted in my life. I'm just like, I do this whole thing. And this lady looks at me, she's a brunette lady, I wish I remember the name. She's like, what the fuck was that? By the way, no one's ever like sworn at me, like the teacher's like, that was fucking pathetic. You're so loud, you're just screaming at me. What the fuck are you doing? No.
She's the only one in the feedback session.
Yeah, it's just one. So each tent has one person in it. There's like 20, 60, maybe there's probably 60 tents.
Yeah.
You know, just auditioning people. But people are going in, out. She goes there, she's cussing me out. She's like, that was pathetic. She's just listing all these things I did wrong. Mm-hmm. And then I stay there and I don't move. And she's like, again. So I do it again. She's like, what the fuck was that? No. So, okay, cool. Again.
You're taking the feedback.
That's what I'm like, she's cussing me out, but I'm listening to what she's doing wrong, or what I'm doing wrong. And I'm like, okay, again, and then again, and again, and again, bro. I see everybody leaving, the sun's going down. I did it like maybe 10 times, bro. And every time she's still cussing me out and telling me how like I'm not gonna make it at this is not good enough. And then she goes again. And this is like maybe the 12th time. So yeah, man, so essentially, you know, I do these auditions with this acting teacher.
Over 10 times.
I've done it 10 times. She's told me I'm bad 10 times. 11th time I'm in and she's like, she's still screaming at me, but it's less. Then on the 12th time, she's like, wait, and like, by the way, by that time, all the other tents are closed down. We're the only tent left. It's just me and this lady. We've been here. The sun is down. Gado's gone. The homies actually left me.
Yeah.
You know, that's how bad it was. So I'm in there, and then she calls this teacher who's like walking. She's like, come in. And then she goes, again.
Fuck.
And I do it.
This is number 12.
This is number 12. And then I do it. And she's like, okay, fuck off. So I fuck off and I go home.
Before you continue, I just want to find out, what gives you that energy to go and do number 12?
I'll let you know now. So So she says, fuck off. I go, I run. I literally ran from Auckland Park to Park Station. Fortunately, it's not too crazy, like, you know, but I ran. I got there just in the nick of time, bro. Like, I really did. And the trains, thankfully, like, they always were delayed. Yeah. So last Gado, I caught it. And I don't have cell phone, getting a good deal, you know. Yeah, so if I'm stranded in Joburg, I'm stranded. And I had 12 Rand 50. Nigga. To get the return ticket from Beijing Station to Park Station, back to Bish. So then the next day, I get a phone call. I'm in the top 10. And I'm just like, all right, let's go. I don't tell my parents, nobody. But I'll tell you what happened is, every time she was telling me about how bad I was or whatever, I actually wasn't listening to that. She was just telling me what was wrong. So I think this is my only superpower. I don't think I have actually any talent in my life. I've been able to learn from people who don't like me, people who disrespect me, people who do me dirty. I've always been able to learn
people who try to steal your money when you are 14.
Jokes aside, that too. No. But I'll say this is like, I always mind the information that's gonna benefit me. So when she's telling me what I'm doing wrong, she's actually giving me game. And so she picked that up very quickly. I don't know what about her. Because when she's like, you did this, yeah, this was bad, I'm like, okay, cool. So that means that if she say, so she's cussing me out in between, but I don't care about that. There's information that's like popping out, like, oh, you're doing this.
Your brain works amazingly, like, because normally people would pick up the negatives, right? Normally people absorb that.
Yeah, but it doesn't serve me. So like for me, I just need the information. I think also, you know, I suffer from quite severe dyslexia. And so I kind of, people will always be impatient with me because I take a long time to learn something. But they generally are still giving me the information that I need. And so I'm just like, oh, this is what I need. So basically what I didn't realize back then, it became my skill later on, is I could take direction. Because I can filter out what a human being is feeling about me, saying about me. And so what made me valuable on every set is that they knew I could take direction. And sometimes I could even filter through something that the director, even if the director was in their emotions, I see through like I'm literally Neo in the Matrix with emotions. I'm like, okay, go. And so yeah, then I got to the top 10, and that journey, bro, even on that show, I was cussed out. I mean, the last thing, I was bad. I'd never acted before. Terry Beto put me on with a line and said, let the words affect you, and that really snapped me in, but it was too late.
Let the words affect you.
Yeah, that was the most powerful thing that was ever said to me, let the words affect you. But anyway, at the end of that, at that show, I was always in the bottom 3. The judges told me that maybe this isn't for you. When they said those things, I knew it was for me. And with clarity.
I think I remember watching that, yeah.
With clarity, they said, I don't think acting is for you. And I knew the moment those words came, I was like, oh, this is what I have to do with my life. And I remember all the other guys were getting like agents. I didn't get nothing. They were taken to this acting coach called Dorothy and Gould, and I'd become friends with the other top 10, and I was the only one. Even guys who got kicked out before me, you know, just they didn't fuck with me. And I was this weird little scrawny kid with like looking like a chocolate Smartie. And then I asked those guys, like, yo, who's this acting coach they keep telling you to go to? They were paying for them. And they're like, it's Dorothy and Gould. We're like, cool. So I phoned her myself. And she said she charges this much. I'm like, I don't have that, but can I come through? And I'll do whatever you need me to do. I can wash your car, whatever, etc. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah. She's like, come through. And so every Saturday I'd go to her place as well, and I'd learn acting with those same guys. Yeah. They were getting paid for, but I wasn't. She never charged me a single cent.
That's that
nigga.
Yeah, so then, and that was it. And from that journey, that's where it is.
Like, that's literally great Green Blazer House.
Yeah, that is Green Blazer House. Yeah, but that's how I got. Yeah, that's kind of it.
That's why I say that in a lot of times, it's difficult for people from the East without that vehicle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We know in the North the vehicle is literally next door. You know?
It's inside the house, bro. What are you talking about? It's inside the house.
Some of the kids that don't have it real good in the North.
Sure. Fair play.
For us, it was so far. I mean, that drive down Allendale.
People don't know Allendale used to be one lane.
Yes. They don't know
that. Every time it off ramps onto the highway, it literally felt like we're going into
another world, another universe, bro.
So for you to gain that experience from, going through 12 of those redos, and then 11 of the redos, and having the energy to go through the 12th one, that's that East Rand hustle.
Yeah,
you know, that's
I definitely believe it.
And I always our parents didn't leave us with people, like they left us with us. You know what I mean? It's not like they left you with a nanny or they left you
No,
with a coach.
no, it was us. It was
They
us.
left you to your own devices, and that's what
And the key under like
There's somewhere, yeah.
there's somewhere. Hey, sort yourself out.
everybody in the East can make a quick 2 slide.
Yes.
Because there was
Fast.
nobody there to make.
And
that
make sure you
slide
take the
for
meat
you.
out of the deep freeze before the mamzo comes.
Rolled up, right? So now you have this opportunity of being represented by this known agent. But from what I researched, she was sweeping you under the rug.
Yeah, she didn't mess with me at all.
How do you fight that?
I didn't-
How do you then?
Oh, that's a great
How do
question.
we get to?
Same thing. So,
That's not even it. You held a gap in the back, son.
so the agent I signed with, she was kind of forced to sign me because, you know, Terry Petto, and shout out to Kenny McKenzie, who also used to live in the East, by the way, Kenny Nkosi. They kind of forced her to sign me, so she didn't really want me. But again, I just pitched up at auditions without being invited. And I just kind of like pushed it when I heard she didn't really mess with me. I was like, whatever, you know.
That's on her. Not
Yeah, that's got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
So with Solomon Mahlangu, this is an interesting one. I'll be super quick. I'll try to be quick with this because it's a long story. But I was going to an audition that I forced myself to go to. When I'm sitting there,
This is talking about Kalushi, by the way. He just Solomon Mahlangu, just Solomon Mahlangu. Sharp.
This guy just.
Yeah, sharp. Okay.
so you do it at an audition.
You know,
Thank you, my G. Thank you. Well, you see, this is another thing. I don't think I was born. I think I was summoned, and I'll tell you why now.
Yeah.
Let's get into that.
So I'm sitting down at this audition, and this guy's just come to me out of nowhere. I don't know him. His name was Thabo Rametsi. I don't know that. That guy just appeared like nothingness. I even remember his name. He was like, "Hey," I'm like, "Yeah, you should audition for this thing called Kalushi." I'm like, "Who are you?" And he doesn't greet me, nothing. That's what he says to me. I'm like, "Oh, okay, sure." Then I go to another audition. This other white dude's like, "Hey, you should audition for this thing called Kalushi." I'm like, "What the hell is this thing called Kalushi?" So I call my agent, and my agent says, "Oh." So and then what was crazy at that point in my life, I was tired of playing big roles. I said, I want to be a leading man. That's who I want to be. I don't want to do no support roles.
Yeah.
Like I remember saying that to myself.
So how about the Achim role campaign during a week? You want main role?
That's all I wanted to do. That's it. So long story short, as I called my agent, I was like, "Yo, can I read for this role?" They're like, "They have it, but they don't have." You said you want to do lead roles. The lead role's already been cast. I'm like, I don't care. Just send me the pieces. And then the lady who was working on Classic as acting coach, she happened to be the lady who was casting that. So I call her. I'm like, "Hey, listen, I want to read for this." And she's like, "No, Thabo, don't read for Solomon, but you can read for the support roles."
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't want to do that, but listen, can I read? She's like, "You are not allowed to read for this role." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Send me I call my agent on the side, like, "Can you send me the sides for the support role? Send me one and then send me 3 sides for the original, for Kalushi." And she's like, "Well, they don't actually exist, but like, here's some scenes." And she picks some scenes and sends them to me. So I cram only one role for what I wanted to do, and I cram all the roles for that guy. So I go there, and I act like, "Oh, I didn't know that the cast was right." She's like, no, you can't read for this." I'm like, "Okay, can I read for the one that you want to see me? And then if you like that, can you give me a chance to read for this thing?"
Yeah.
She's like, "I'm telling you, the role is already cast." I'm like, "Okay." So I read for that thing. She's like, "Okay, fine. You did a good job. Read for this thing." And I read for it. And when I do the scene, I just look up and they're all crying. So I'm like,
Fuck.
cool. But listen, then they say to me, "Well done, you did a good job. Again, it's already cast. We've already got the person." It's like the director's coming through next time. Maybe read for the other part again. She's like, "Nah, can I just read the extra?"
I was gonna ask the same thing,
I'll
though.
never do that. I'll never do that.
Oh man, you're a
He's very
good guy.
famous. I'll never do
You're
that.
a good guy. But
I know he doesn't mess with me
quick
now.
one,
No.
One quick one.
Shout out to that homie Askis.
Is he more acclaimed in the game?
By far.
Is he
He's
astute?
yeah.
Is he the thespian of all thespians?
Yeah, he was. Well,
Look at you evolve your vocabulary.
Well,
Yeah, man.
I should chill out with you more.
He was. Why English?
Vocabulary.
Yeah, hey,
Goh, it's okay.
My English is by the way.
No, he was obviously a
Big
much
time.
bigger brand than me.
Yeah.
And he's really dope. There was no reason not to.
Because they were selling a show. Also, they were selling.
Yeah, but he was dope.
I get it.
Yeah,
I
but
get
he
why they would
We're in
like.
the position
We
of-
need a name,
And he got offered the role. He didn't even read for it. He got
right?
offered the role.
This is exactly it.
You don't fight for it.
No, but then, so what happens is the director, Mandla Dube, I get a chance to read for him as well. And he says to me, "Bro, that was really good, but we've already cast the role." But he says to me this: "I don't have anything for you, and I don't think you're strong enough to even, like, you're not right for the second role either way.
Yeah.
But I don't know what you're doing, do you want to read for audition? Everybody else will try to give you a little cash for reading to cast all the other actors that are going to be in this movie. And I'm unemployed at the time. I got nothing. I'm like, let's go. So I auditioned every single actor reading and stuff. But while that's happening, I'm reading as the guy. Right? But now I'm also, me and the director, building this relationship. I'm understanding and then like whatever. Then he starts asking me like, what do you think about this person? So I'm like, yeah. So I'm actually helping them cast everybody. I don't have a job.
That guy was probably acting like a prima donna.
Yeah, nah.
He hasn't showed up. He doesn't need to show up.
Nah.
He doesn't need to show up though.
The whole trailer.
Nah, none of that. Nah,
He didn't need to show up though. He was nice.
Really good. So anyway, as we're doing these auditions and we've cast everybody, we cast pro whatever, I'm saying do this. And then out of nowhere, he just says, oh, by the way, you got the part. And I'm just like, bet, let's do the next audition. And that was it.
Kalushi done.
Then we did the thingy and we did it. It just felt right.
You killed me on that when you realized.
Oh, what guys? Shout out to Kalushi.
Yeah.
That was like,
shout out, man.
I mean,
That's big pimping.
damn.
But when that movie hit me, is it you searching yourself? Or what the?
Oh, that was
now you don't have asthma.
Oh yeah, that's
Right.
that's Silverton Siege word.
So now I'm like, whoa, this guy is out here. He doesn't have asthma, and you can see that he's actually suffocating, you know. But you have to act that out, right? And then I was like, that's the same kid that I saw in my life.
Acting up, yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, that's that kid.
Oh, well.
You killed that in the street before you guys go in the bank.
Oh, Silverton Siege,
Silverton
yeah.
Siege.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Thank you,
killed
brother.
me with
Thank
that.
you, brother.
Killed
Thank
me
you.
with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. That's been the journey.
So I wanna like, okay, now that was one of the marquee roles, right?
Yeah.
What's on the horizon now?
Oh, this is the shit I was get into. Big
I can't tell you about this. When is this dropping?
Next week.
Next
week.
There's a huge, there's a massive announcement of the
Yeah.
next role I'm playing. It's got like it's high level Oscar-winning directors, all that stuff like that.
Okay, so you guys heard the tip off here, right? First on the Klean Pair. Big boys on big things.
So yeah, I'm playing a lead
Oscar
of the director. So I'm playing the lead in this movie. It's about a real life person. I can't say too
He's
much.
the black Oscar Pistorius guy.
Okay.
Chop off his legs.
And then the female lead is, I think, probably the biggest black
What?
female star on the planet right now.
Oh, smack.
Nigga.
And then and even
Lupita?
I'm not gonna say nothing, bro. And then even so I'm working with like some Oscar levels. No, I'm not gonna give it away. Yeah, let's leave it at
I'm gonna
that.
just get popcorn.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's popping up just from in front of camera. Then there's I can't tell you about the next two joints, but I'll let you guys know first, and then
Please.
I want to talk about the farm, dog. And when I say the farm, I talk about what's gonna feed us in the future.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the series Mbogoto.
Mbogoto, yeah.
And then
I'll watch
after
it
that, I want
quickly.
to talk about the company that's backing Mbogoto.
Yeah.
Tell me about. I mean, you are taking on Marvel Masterpiece, dog. You're taking on Marvel.
No, I'm
or Spider-Man.
yeah.
That you are literally in a big game right
Word.
now. And I'd say we could actually say thank you to Black Panther. I want to say it because it actually put a microscope on
Black
African stories. And they are, I mean, for me, Shaka Zulu, superhero.
100%.
We should have had that guy in a cape. You know what I mean? But obviously, the guys from abroad, they tell their stories much better. You are in that right now trajectory. Tell us about that, man.
Oh, well, cool. So 10 years back from when I was still in the hood, actually probably maybe 10, 15 years, 10 years back, I came up with this idea of a story about immortalizing African superheroes. So I wanted to find African warrior women.
Yeah.
So I Googled them all, real life African warrior, and I found like 2,000 of African warrior women. Like it was so many, it was crazy.
Across the cultures, right?
There were so many. There was Mantatisi, Mujaji. Like the idea that Africa is a patriarchal society is completely inaccurate. I mean, if you just look at our history, it's right there. So then I remember, Queen Nandi, Mujaji, Mantatisi from Lesotho, Nzinga from Angola, Linga from the Congo. I can go. There's Candice. There's so many warrior women. So anyway, I remember seeing this thing in Nigeria with the Boko Haram kidnapping girls, and I just remember saying, I grew up in Mlazi. I was born in Mlazi, and there was 11. My mom has a lot of sisters.
Yeah.
And they were like our warriors, our friends, our whatever. So I've only ever seen kick-ass strong women ever in my life.
Yeah.
Then I just remember like, yo, if some guys came and kidnapped a bunch of girls from now, and then like the men did nothing, the cops did nothing. I just know Abu Mama would roll up their stuff, Abu push and go fetch those girls. Yeah. So then I wrote that story. So I based each of those characters on real life warrior women. And we'll go find out, these girls go missing and they go investigate these girls were missing. But I wanted to immortalize real life African heroes, and so that people could learn about these people.
So we can read about it.
Yeah. So then I did that, and I turned a superhero comic. I created a 20-year plan to create an IP that could be movies, games, all of that stuff. Then we linked up with Charlize Theron.
Hold on. Yeah. This man just went past Charlize Theron like he's on the N1. Player, please. Let's get into that. Like, Charlize Theron, we know obviously South African.
Yeah, superstar.
Shout out.
Yeah.
But she's a superstar, man. You hear from the block.
She's from the East as well, by the way.
Benoni.
Yeah, Benoni. She's from the East, by the way. Yeah.
How do you get the gumption, bro?
Yo, too long a story. This one is too long, so I'm gonna chop into it. Gumption. Gumption. We see you. So basically, my dream was that I only wanted African-born and raised actors to play the parts in the live action. That was my rule. Like, I don't want somebody who just happens to be black but was raised in the UK.
So if Denzel Washington came up to be the super villain.
So that was the rule. But then I said to myself, they will never let me do that at the budget scale it needs. So I need to attach a big star, right? But I also want that star to be born and raised in Africa. So one of the villains, the main villain, was like this white lady. Her name is Elizabeth Bathory. So Elizabeth Bathory is a real life woman from Hungary. She was killed because they said she killed 2,000 girls to bathe in their blood to stay young. I took that story and made it the villain of our world. So I said, okay, cool. If I can get Charlize Theron on this, then they'll let me, at that time, cast Thuso Mbedu, who wasn't Thuso Mbedu now. She was a friend, Pro 2C, Bakang Pilana. Yeah, good peoples. I was actually talking to her the other day. So I wanted to cast all these people in this world, right? But I knew they wouldn't let me cast them if I didn't have a big star. So then I was like, yo, I need to get Charlize Theron, and she'd be perfect for this. And then when I was running the story through some writer friends, this one writer says, like, I know somebody who knows Charlize Theron. I was like, her name is Amanda Lane, and she's one of the best writers. She's like incredible. She's like, you do? And then I went to go pitch to that person. That person happened to be the person who took Charlize Theron to the US. It was a mentor. Shout out, rest in peace to Aletta Alberts. She would then become mine and my business partner's mentor, and she would pass on with us. But yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, but she introduced us to Charlize Theron. She introduced us to a lot of people around the world, some big execs, and then Charlize read the stuff. We pitched it to her. After months, it took a while. She attached.
When you pitch it to Charlize, where is it? Is it online? Are you in the same room?
No, online. It was on Zoom and stuff like that. It was hard at COVID.
Okay. Yeah. So she jumps on the screen.
Yeah, with her team. It was me and my boy Taviso. Shout out Taviso Mabada. And Guniverse Studios. We started our own company. And yeah, so we pitched it to her. My boy Taviso, he's like a business guy. So he comes from a corporate investment background. So he doesn't get starstruck. Yeah. And then when she's like, all right, guys, I'm interested in doing this. Yeah, I was interested in doing this with you guys. He's like, yeah, but what do you have to offer us? And then I just saw eyes to this, like, please don't mind, Taviso's a rule. But I'm like, yeah, we keen, let's do this thing. And then, so we signed a deal with her that involved film, movie, TV, the works. And then she introduced us to every single Marvel, DC, Image Comics, all of them. But we only wanted to sign with the people that were going to let us keep our IP, and that happened to be Dark Horse. Yeah. And so we got to keep our IP.
Explain IP, Thabo, to people and the importance of it. And the reason why I break into that is because there's the importance of the comic, linking it with your IP. Just give some game.
So IP is intellectual property. So that's actually where money is made, from merchandising and stuff like that. All money is made from IP, right? This Jordan sign is IP, right? That little thing there. It's something that can be monetized. So it's intellectual, it's an idea. It may not be a tangible thing, but it's a concept, it's an idea. It can be a formula for something. That's intellectual property. So but for that to be concretized and to be owned by you, it needs to go through certain rules and registrations. So it needs to be published. People need to know it's yours. It's specifically yours.
So you need to call T a copywriter to come and assist you.
No, he's a different type of copywriter.
He's a copywriter, different.
He writes copy.
Okay.
Yes. And then a copywriter, is a legal copyright. So for you to be able to do that, people need to say inexplicably that this design and this element is specifically associated with Thabo Rametsi. and it must be known to the world that this is the person who came up with this. Then nobody else can use that. So then when I make anything, so if somebody, I'll give you something for in television, right? If you write a script about, like, let's say we write James Bond, we go to Netflix. If Netflix gives us all the money, guess who owns the IP of that James Bond movie?
Netflix.
Yeah, we don't. It came from us. We came up with it, but now they own it.
And I do have one, by the way. His name is James Mpande, 007. Wait, I've said too much, actually.
You've already now. Thank you. It's ours.
And then when I later, or shaken, not stand.
So what does he say? Instead of shaking, not stand.
Not stand. Yeah, but I've said too much.
Yeah.
If I see it out there,
It's late.
Yeah.
So basically with that is, now if I do a show with Netflix, because I've published a comic book and it's about Imbogoto, it'll always be based on. And those are the most two profitable words you can ever find in any business. They'll never be
Based
able to own it. Yeah. So it will be, this show will always be based on the comic book that I own. They can never own my characters. That's why J.K. Rowling's a billionaire.
Yeah.
If they make a movie, the movie Harry Potter movies are based on the books.
And they're doing a whole new
She's
one
making
now.
another check. She's making another check. So yeah, so that's IP. Yeah. So after securing IP, then we're doing an animation now. Then we're gonna do a live action, and then we're doing video games. Yeah.
That's
And then how's the uptake on the comic? Because I remember when
It's doing well. Yeah.
it was there was pre-release and you were sold out.
Yeah, we were sold out pretty well, and then it was sold out so quickly they didn't produce enough that they said, "Hey guys, do you want to just finish writing all the comic books?" And then we just dropped them all at once so we can get it. So that's what we did. We took a book to finish all the comic books, and that's what we had. Now we're dropping them like quite soon, and then we're going to be doing the animated series now. We're working with some guys from locally and a team in Japan as well for that. But, yeah.
We were here with Thabo Rametsi.
Oh, shut up! Yeah.
Snoop, we call him Papa Snoop.
Papa Snoop, that's the homie.
And you got homie on the movie that you guys are working
shout
on
out to
right
Papa
now.
Snoop, man. He's a
What is that? What's going on? What's going on there?
So we also have this model where we do low budget movies, but I give equity to the cast and crew.
That's dope.
Yeah, so we shoot them in a very short space of time, and we shoot them for quite little money. So the guys don't get paid a lot, but when I license the movie, they get checks. So we keep the budget low because we know what the licensing fees are. So we make sure it's always less than, like it's always half of whatever the licensing fee is.
And then they can collect if it plays in Canada or whatever.
They'll collect for the rest of their lives. They own, we'll tap on them own a part of the movie.
What's the name of the movie?
It's called Destroying Desmond.
I saw the trailer.
Oh yeah.
You know the Thabo Rametsi, we love him. Yeah.
Thabo, so what you're telling me right now, yesterday was Wednesday, so it's my Invincible Day.
Sure.
So you are literally doing what Rob Cockman is done with.
I love Invincible. I watched it yesterday too. Yeah, Invincible.
Shout out to
And the
Invincible.
boys. Yeah, shout out.
So Invincible.
Yeah, I love. Same thing. Same Shandy.
I think it's so dope, my nigga. So Thabo, I think there's still so much left on the table, man.
Yeah, there's a part
because we spend so much time in our youth, and we're not done the whole projection into the future yet. Because outside of this, right, the next thing I wanted to go to is, where do you kind of see storytelling going and being sustainable with what the world is right now, with consumption of media changing so much, right? Movie houses are not a thing. Streaming services, right? Streaming services. You are creating all this stuff, right? Guys are creative and they're still creating stuff. I want us to wrap it up on, please tell us about, where do you see everything living, existing, growing?
Sure. Adapt or die. So this is not the first time our industry or any other industry has gone through stuff like this.
Yeah.
We always say it's going to end, it's always going to die, and somehow it's still around. You know, TV was supposed to destroy cinema. Radio was supposed to, destroy. What TV was supposed to destroy radio, TV or whatever. It's never done. It's just the first people to adapt are the first people to profit, right? So there's nothing to be fearful of. I think we just need to adapt. The screens are now, the TVs are in each people's hands. Creating content is in your power. You guys have made a TV channel. Think about this. We used to have to sit at 8 o'clock to watch something like this.
Homie.
And the TV, you guys just did it now, right here in the blog. So it's about just adapting, and I think where we're gonna go to now, and I really believe this, is gonna be sort of private streaming platforms, because people are tired of paying like 100 rand here, 150 rand here.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to a point where I'm just gonna say, hey, listen, I'm dropping my movie on my website, pay 10 rand.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do, 10 rand. If 1 million people watch my movie on my website, that's 10 rand each. That's 10 million rand.
You're straight.
To me, to my people who own it. I've maybe shot it for 2 million. We made profit. So I think that's where we're going. I think we'll be fine. I'm not too stressed, and I think get involved with AI creation, but don't depend on it. It's a tool. Get involved with self-education. I learned the entire film landscape from podcasting and TV. I watched John Campion. I watched all these people. So I understand film from a business perspective. Most importantly, and I always say this, don't just understand your job, understand your industry. You've got to understand where the full value chain comes from. Like, if you're complaining about how much you got paid, where does the money come from to actually make the movie? You know, like, and then ask me yourself, okay, who's the first person who gets that movie? What do they do? Don't ever complain about that you're not getting paid enough and you've never seen a budget of that show. Or you've never seen a budget of your company. Because you actually don't know how much where you're at the value chain. So I think everybody needs to educate themselves, whatever industry that you're in. Educate yourself about where you are at the value chain. If you are a teller at Checkers and I'll tell you who's always going to get promoted. And you notice that they always buy this brand of nappies, but they don't buy the other one. And the first teller who goes to the manager is like, why are we stocking that nappy? They only buy this nappy. Word. That person's eventually going to be the manager.
Create value.
That's it. So yeah, that's
Thabo?
it. Thanks, man.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And I feel like everything you're talking about.
I really think we need a second round for this.
Or rather, can be the
No,
second round winner.
I mean, I don't know if there's enough.
So listen, Thabo, I feel like I want us. We began the first part of this whole conversation almost on a nostalgic trip and taking back people that, and I think there's a whole lot of people that we've taken back to a great time, right?
Okay, enjoyed it.
But I think now I want us to project to saying all the stuff you're talking about, man, it's why we kind of started this whole thing, right? We've got so many stories to document, and let's all work with each other to make more.
Let's get back to to jump on what he said. How do we, alumni, right? We're gonna have to hold ourselves accountable for this, gentlemen.
Yes.
We said it on this podcast.
Yes.
How do we get into a position where we give back to the school that made us who we are right now?
That's all right.
So we'll leave that question out right now.
Norcom Park High, shout out.
Everybody that's watching that was from Norcom, hear the guys talking about it. Reach out. Let's make this thing happen. We've got Thabo Rametsi. This guy's killing it. Man, let's talk about Mbogote. Let's talk about Nguni.
We've got DJ Burn.
Yeah, DJ Burn.
He wears a size 4.
Allow it.
Well, I was trying to give you a dope ass outro.
I'll take thanks, Judge. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my nigga. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
It's been the Klean Pair. Norcom Park High. Let's go.
It's in the water.